They like what he's done so far.
Well, they like the versatility. If you speak with Coach Fizdale, he's played him in 3 positions: point guard, shooting guard, and tonight he's starting at small forward.
Let's take a look at our lineups tonight. The New York Knicks 1 and 2 in preseason. You take a look at Dennis Smith Jr. He came in the Porzingis trade. Ellington, Julius Randle signed a 3-year, $63 million contract here. Mitchell Robinson, a defensive force inside. The New Orleans Pelicans with Drew Holiday, Lonzo Ball, the ex-Laker, along with Ingram, the ex-Laker. We got Redick, who comes from Philadelphia. Derek Favors comes from Utah. Reconstituted teams, Candace, teams that are trying to look for whatever they can find as they progress in their rebuild.
Yeah, I mean, you see the Knicks, they're a completely different team from last year. This is my first time seeing RJ Barrett in a professional uniform, and boy, does he look like a man, Reggie.
Well, a lot of those kids that do look like men. Looking at Zion and RJ Barrett, Cam Reddish.
On top, they're working on Barrett, and here's a shot outside, which will not go through. With Redick and Ball, and here is Holiday and an Okafor screen on top. Holiday makes the move, and inside finding Jahlil Okafor. Mitchell right there, shot clock down to 6. And that 3 will drop in. Nice shot outside, Drew Holiday.
Nice unselfish play there by Lonzo Ball, who easily probably could have put up that 3 as well.
Ellington to Smith. Randle will set the screen. Randle coming off a terrific season with New Orleans. He was with the Pelicans a season ago. Smith drives inside. The officials will confer with about a minute gone, and a foul quickly put on J.J. Redick, and that is his first of the game.
Well, Dennis Smith Jr. has been out with a back injury, kind of been slow coming back this training camp. It's good to get him going to the basket, to get something easy at the free throw line and get 2 points. Well, I jinxed him, Reggie. On the board.
Well, if you're Coach Fizdale, to me, I think the #1 pressing concern for this Knicks team is the point guard situation. And you got Frank Ntilikina, and you mentioned Dennis Smith Jr., and you've got Elfrid Payton, and all 3 have had opportunities throughout this preseason. None of them have separated themselves. So what are they going to do with this point guard situation?
Holiday the miss, the aggressive Redick has got the ball, and here is Ingram.
This is the guy I want to see get going, especially with Zion being out.
Lonzo Ball
No
with
hesitation.
Constituted
Zero
shot.
hesitation. That's a good sign this year for the Pelicans.
That jump shot looks a lot better than it had before.
Yeah, he's been working a lot in the offseason, hasn't he, with an assistant coach for the Pelicans, Fred Vincent. Here's a drive-in by Barrett. And Holiday the other way, and here comes Okafor. He's bounced around just a bit. A travel down low. Okafor. The shot moments ago by Lonzo Ball on the feed.
Candace, here's your point. No hesitation, catch and shoot, no hitch to that jump shot.
But you look at the wrist, Reggie. I think that's the major thing, is you want that to be consistent in every shot. You're finished with the wrist.
Back on top, here comes Randle. Move on Okafor, and it's loose inside, and it is out of bounds. New York Knicks a season ago, a franchise worst and an NBA worst, 17 and 65. Brandon Ingram will maneuver for a shot with Randle defending.
And I understand that this time of game, everybody likes to shoot the 3, but it is pretty to still have a mid-range game, right?
Yes, it is, Candace. I agree. Lost art.
Here's Smith on the side. You're seeing a clock you can see there in the circle with the shot by Dennis Smith. We're implementing new technology for tonight's preseason game, the virtual shot clock. It's literally a mirror of the digital shot clock for our viewers at home. You can see it in each free throw circle.
Technology. Don't you love it, Kev?
Yeah, love it a lot. Holiday's got 5 points. for the Pelicans. Here comes Barrett on a 15-footer. They've played him at the point, they've played him at the 2, and tonight he's starting Reg at the 3.
Yeah, and he hasn't shot the ball particularly well throughout the preseason, only shooting 38% from the field and 29% from downtown. But those numbers you usually see from rookies.
Nice feed by Ingram inside to Okafor.
Yes, and we've seen in LA, Ingram's been forced to play the point guard position a lot, and he's able to distribute.
Knicks are going to take time right now, trailing early to New Orleans. Ingram with the feed and Okafor with the finish. One Tukey to another.
She wanted a roommate who could help with the cooking.
But she wanted someone who loves cats. So we got Chris Walda.
Dinner's almost ready.
But one thing we could both agree on was getting Geico to help with our renter's insurance.
Yeah, switching and saving was really easy.
Pick it all up. Good.
Could use a little salt.
Visit Geico.com and see how easy saving on renter's insurance can be.
This Junior Garlic Butter Burger is so juicy. The butter really brings out the flavor.
Well said, Peter.
You're kind of buttering me up. What did you do?
You're just a really good friend.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Grab a $2.99 Junior Garlic Butter Bacon Burger with tots while they last.
Rated M for mature.
Jody, turn up.
This is crazy.
Yeah, but we're a little crazy, aren't we?
On my mark. 3, 2, 1.
Bravo 6, going dark. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Pre-order now.
Today's station. Mark is the best husband and father you could ask for.
He's just a big kid.
Best man at my wedding. Just gotta keep him off the dance floor.
We were made to move from the dawn of time. We ran, hunted, and explored. And some 10,000 years later, we got lazy and crawled right back into our caves. So find your fire. Move more. Live more. It's what you were made for. Get out of your caves. Degree Motion Sense. Made to move.
This game's not over, so we're not the best. This is our team. No matter what.
This has been the craziest offseason in NBA history.
Going through changes. Zion Williamson.
It's going to be fun to get to play alongside LeBron.
This was destined. We were supposed to play together. We can make history.
Our one goal is to win the championship. Everybody thinks it's kind of endless. We're not done yet.
There is so much parity. It's wide open.
One common goal. It's going to be a fun season. I'm ready to work.
Welcome back to Madison Square Garden, where the Knicks host the Pelicans in this preseason matchup, the final night of the preseason. And as I mentioned, Zion Williamson is out with right knee soreness. He's not on this trip as he's reevaluated in New Orleans. Now, guys, at worst, this injury is a short-term setback, according to the Pelican staff. But I spoke to both David Griffin and depth on this roster through the 14th position. Coach Gentry's job, of course, now is to solidify that rotation, and he told me before this game that without Zion in the lineup, he's talked a lot to his guys about synergy and the sum of all the parts being most important. He did also say that we're going to play basketball regardless. The only trouble now is figuring out who's going to be in the rotation with the regular season starting Tuesday.
Kristen, thank you, as Randall finds 2 inside for the Knicks. So Okafor will put up and in. So no Zion Williamson tonight. The right knee soreness. Kristen has been all over that story all day long. With the development, he did not make the trip in here last night with the team, obviously. He's back in New Orleans. And Candace, they're hopeful.
Yeah, Yeah, it seemed like they're hopeful. Obviously, you hope it's precautionary. You hope it's not going to keep them out a long time. Just from the Pelicans standpoint, you don't want to start the season with a different identity that you're going to have throughout the season.
Ingram with Robinson trying to close, and a nice three-point shot outside, Reg.
He will have better flow, better opportunities in this system from Coach Alvin Gentry. More opportunity, especially not knowing how long Zion's going to be out. And that's better news that we heard today about Zion, because we heard weeks, plural. And now this is a short-term situation that's going on.
Brandon Ingram just picked up his first with Smith driving. Kia NBA tip-off begins October 22nd. That is Tuesday. This season wide open, so don't miss a minute. NBA action brought to you by the Telluride from Kia, the official automotive partner of the NBA. Ellington will take a three with 6 on the clock and JJ defending.
Yeah, that's what the Knicks need. They need to knock it down from outside and to space the floor, give Julius Randle a lot of room to operate.
Here's Ingram with the fake. There with the rebound pulled down by Bobby Portis, who started the other night at center. They go inside with a nice move by Barrett.
Well, number one, great recognition there by the rookie. You know, Barrett understood that Okafor was on him.
Lonzo Ball with a three.
That's looking good, Candace.
I mean, maybe it was an LA thing. You think it was an LA thing?
Whatever it is, it seems to be working. Back-to-back threes by Ball.
Nice ball rotation. There was a 3-second called inside.
Look at the quick move here by Barrett. Recognize the big man's on the perimeter, couple dribbles on the deck, let me get all the way to the hole. And on the flip side, Lonzo with the three.
Defensive three, and here is Ellington at the free throw line for the New York Knicks, who lost here to Atlanta by 4. One time last season at home, you'd think this Garden would be a tough place, and Dave Fizdale has found it's been tough for his own team to win. At one time, they lost 18 consecutive games. At one point, that is a single-season Knicks record for consecutive home losses. So there's only one way but up in a 17-win season from a year ago.
Way to pile it on, Harlan.
Randle with the three. Or report, Reg, one of the two. Or just report the facts.
If you're a Knicks fan, that's piling on.
Ingram across the lane, and he was moving from the outside in and shoved on the play, and Barrett may have caught him as he was taking it in.
I've wondered if they were going to tinker with playing Ingram at the 4 a little bit. Zion at the 5. Obviously, defensively, you're giving up some size, but I would like to see that lineup on the floor just because of Ingram's ability to really play that point forward position and move their offense.
Well, isn't that where the league has kind of evolved to, going with those smaller lineups, more athleticism at that 4 and 5 position? And I think Alvin Gentry and the Pelicans are perfectly suited with that when healthy to play a smaller lineup.
Ingram at the line, one of 5 players from Duke that's coached by Alvin Gentry, now in its 5th season. Ingram in this preseason averaging 14 points a game, and I recall after the All-Star break a year ago, guys, he was terrific, averaging about 18 points, almost 50% from the floor, and he had one of those little spurts after the All-Star game that I think really solidified in the Lakers' minds that, you know, he's a player we want. Then there was this player named Anthony Davis who became available, and that changed the whole scenario.
I've heard of that name before, right?
Randle inside, tried to get it up and got his own miss, and tapped up again by Smith. He is athletic, and he shows it right there.
Well, Fizz talked about how he wanted his team to offensive rebound. He wanted them to be aggressive, and they did that on that possession.
Holiday from the wing comes in. And here's Dennis Smith again. Changing hands. They got a lot invested in him, and that will roll around. Melli is in. Nikola Melli has come in the game. Checking in for New Orleans.
Got numbers now.
And here's Holiday with Redick in the corner. Defended by Ellington. And they'll take it out. Long shot by Holiday, won't go. Nice rebound by Bobby Portis in his career with Chicago. penetrated. Washington got involved, and here comes Barrett inside, and he gets it again. He is a terrific scorer in the paint, as we've seen.
I mean, you talk about when you're coming into college and you haven't grown into your body yet, Reggie.
Right.
But this kid just took 2 possible fouls to the basket and finished with an and one, basically.
Ingram the miss, and picked up by Smith. On the fly, Ellington with a great feed to Randall.
Young team, transition, and this has to be the identity of this Dave Fizdale New York Knicks team. Get out in the open court and use some of that athleticism to finish.
Redick picks up a second foul. So Alfred Payton is going to check in now for the New York Knicks.
It's also good to see Josh Hart out there. I know he's been hampered a little bit by a knee injury, and the Pelicans definitely need to get him going because he played some real positive minutes for the Lakers last year.
Randall at the line. Kevin Knox will check in for the first time for New York. Here comes Holiday once again, and it's out of bounds. Losing it right there.
How about the defense there of Alfred Payton kind of dogging Holiday up the floor there, causing that turnover.
Kenrich Williams is checked in for New Orleans. Nelly trying to watch Randall.